I'm going to be talking specifically about flipping couches just because that's what I have the most experience with. Honestly, going to be mostly a story of my journey. Started in like 2019, did it for about 2 years, so till like mid 2021, probably the fall of 2021. And I actually got the idea. I can't take credit for it from Ryan Panetta. He's a YouTuber, mostly does real estate, but I saw one of his videos that came up talking about this, and it just seemed like a no-brainer. Low barrier to entry, doesn't really require any money to start up, and I figured, why not give it a try? If these people can do it, why can't I? I think we all have that mindset when it comes to stuff like this. So I actually started doing this with my roommate from college. I remember we had a couch in our apartment, and it was really hard for us to get rid of. We didn't have a truck to move it. You can't just really put it in a dumpster without cutting it up or making arrangements to do so. Most people don't really want to do that, don't care to do it, or would like a little bit of money for their couch that they have loved for the lifespan of it. So basically what we would do, we saw a gap as well in the market where the whole premise of this is you're buying a couch, getting it for free, could be any item, preferably larger items for this reason alone, is you're solving a problem for someone. They don't have the resources to move it themselves, and delivery is expensive, junk removal is expensive, and if someone's getting a new couch, they have to get rid of the old couch. So it plays a little bit onto urgency, just because, if they have a new couch coming in 2 days, they don't have somewhere to put the other couch, you come in and you pick it up, you're doing them a favor, and then you relist it, same couch, on Facebook Marketplace, you're able to deliver it, you're saving someone else, or you're solving someone else's problem who might not have the resources to get it delivered or doesn't want to get it delivered. So basically what we did, our first couch that we found was a dorm couch, which, if you're not familiar with that, it is a pretty cheap couch, that they mass produce. I'm assuming they put in dorms because it looks like the one that was in my college dorm, and it's just not that high quality. But we went on OfferUp and we got it for free. So luckily his dad had a truck, so we went and picked it up and listed it on Facebook Marketplace, and within 2 hours we'd sold it for $80. And we were like, wow, we really might be onto something here. Then started diving into Facebook Marketplace, and we just started scouring Facebook Marketplace, offering on all of the free couches, all of the free stuff on there. And then we kind of realized, a dorm couch, someone might be able to move that in an SUV. These aren't really selling for that much, not really worth our time for us to spend 2 hours and a little bit of hard labor just to make $40. So then we moved away from the free couches and went to some of the bigger ones. So we expanded to some of the bigger couches, which, we had to pay for some of them. So we would just come in, someone was asking for $200 for a couch. You come in pretty low. So you say like, okay, you want $200, I'll give you 80 to $100 and I'll come pick it up. I'll move it out. I'll take care of it. They're like, oh, wow, yeah, that's great. I was just going to throw that away because I need to get rid of it because I have a new couch coming in. And then we would always make sure we would ask questions like, are there pets in the house? Just because, if they have 14 cats, you might not want that because you can't get the smell or hair off of it. Is it a smoking home? Same reason you can't get the smell out of it. And why are you getting rid of it? So the third question is pretty important because, again, you can find their problem and then offer them the solution. The example that I just used was they're getting a new couch, so they're going to be more willing to sell it quicker, which would result in potentially a lower price, and that's your leverage. And then you offer to come pick it up, so you make their life really easy. They make a quick $80, everyone's happy. We did that a couple times, and we were making good money, but still just not quite as lucrative as we anticipated. But it was like, easy. We were just out of college, any money was good money. But then where we really found our lucrative products was the sectional couches. We actually have a pricing guide for this, like a regular couch, a love seat, a matching set, one with an ottoman, pull-out bed, recliner, and then the sectionals. We could buy these sectional couches for about $150, and we were selling them hand over fist at like $400. So what is that, $250? And what we would even do is we would agree to buy the couch, and then while we were on the way, we would go back to the Facebook listing, take screenshots that they used that we saw to buy the couch, save them. Once we bought the couch, we used the same pictures that they were using to resell it. And when we first started, we were just storing them in his parents' garage, which they weren't too happy with, which understandably that takes up a lot of space, and we were limited. So we ran into the problem that we didn't have enough space. You might have the problem that you don't have a truck. So this is kind of a 2-for-1 solution here. We're like, okay, well, we need somewhere to store them. Let's find a storage unit. We found a storage unit, and the one that we started with was Guardian. So if you start with Guardian, first of all, you can get a discount for the first 3 months because they want to retain customers, and they offer a free Sprinter van that you can use whenever you want as long as you request it. So then what we were doing is we would split up. He had his dad's truck, I was using the Sprinter van, and we would organize it so that we would be buying all the couches on the same day. So we would split up, and I would go buy 2, load them into the Sprinter van, bring them back to the storage unit. He'd get 2, bring them back to the storage unit, and then we'd list them. And then we would organize another day to deliver them all. It was a lot easier with 2, but you could also fit a lot more in that Sprinter van. So, we made our rent on that storage unit in 1 couch, and we were probably flipping, I don't know, we got up to the point where we were even, buying couches and selling them on the way before we even picked them up. And then when we moved to a different storage unit, it got to the point where you could stage them. So that's what if you've seen anyone talk about on YouTube, they would talk about like, oh yeah, go buy the used couch, clean it up, have a carpet, maybe an end table in your storage unit, pull it out, take pictures in the daylight, and then try to resell it. But we realized, we could eliminate half of that work because people getting a couch delivered to them for free, which that's another point. It seems like they're getting the couch delivered for free, but what we really did was build our price of delivery into the cost of a couch. So if we bought a couch for $150, our delivery fee might have been $200. So we're really only making $50 on the couch, but to someone else, that service is where you make up the profit. And $100 an hour was plenty good money for us at the time. So we were totally okay with it. But what I was getting at before, we got to the point where we would be loading up the couches, having the pictures of them, and then organized in the storage unit with the pictures that we had taken from Facebook Marketplace, and then we would actually saran wrap them vertically and then offer people, yeah, we could sell this to you for $400, but if you can come pick it up, we'll sell it to you for $300. So then we'd schedule all those pickups on the same day. We were transparent with everyone. They knew what we were doing. We'd open up the door on a Saturday morning and have 6 or 7 people come down and pick up the couch for, again, another $200 to $250 profit. And all we did was go pick it up. It's all cash. It's fast. It takes no money to start up, maybe $100, but you're going to get your $100 back. At the very bare minimum. You might lose some of your time, but with leveraging the storage unit, really took us to the next level. I think we got to the point where, we were making $5,000 a week. There's always people listing couches on Facebook Marketplace. People are always updating their living rooms. And another thing that we kind of ventured into after we would go into these people's houses and be like, oh, why are you selling your couch? And they'd say, oh, I'm actually moving. Oh, where are you moving to? Oh, I'm actually moving across the country, so I'm trying to get rid of all this stuff. And then you take a look around. There's a kitchen table. There's an end table. There's a recliner, there's a nice lamp, a computer monitor, a desk, whatever. If you found that there was value, you could bundle it all together, get it for pennies on the dollar. We had the storage unit, so we could hold on to it. There was this one kitchen table this guy was begging us to take. We ended up selling it for like $750. And we were already there, so it wasn't any extra time out of our day. And that's kind of why I was saying you could do this with really anything on Facebook Marketplace, preferably, bigger products that people might not be able to transport themselves. Because like I said, you're really building the value of the free delivery into the cost of the item. So you could do things like a lawnmower, or like I said, any furniture, or you could even find niche items just in Facebook groups or on the marketplace that people are listing for free. Go pick them up, have people come pick them up from your house. If you get to understand the Facebook Marketplace platform, it's pretty easy to find these. I still do it every once in a while. I just don't do the couches as much anymore now. If I had unlimited time, I would absolutely do this every single weekend. There's no reason that you can't make, an easy $600 to $1,000 in one day from doing this. Another thing that we really noticed, and this is a good time to get into because it's April, a lot of colleges get out in May and people are moving out. If you live in a city with a college that a lot of people don't live at locally, I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's a decent sized city, but a lot of people go to Pitt, Carnegie Mellon, Duquesne. They're all within one area. So we would literally put ads in college libraries. We would reach out to property managers that these college students were staying at and saying like, hey, if you guys need to get rid of any furniture and you don't want to pay a garbage service to come pick it up, let us know. We'll do it for free. We'll even pay you a little bit for the couch. We rented a box truck, went and scooped up like 14 nearly brand new couches that were just going to get thrown away, put them on the storage unit. From there, like I said, what is it really to hold a couch worth $100 and you could sell it for $200 in a week? Like I said, it seems like a no-brainer. The concept is simple. It just requires work that people aren't willing to do. And we used Facebook Marketplace, we used Craigslist, we used OfferUp, but we even got to the point, so people aren't listing couches on Facebook Marketplace multiple times a day. So you could really structure it so that you go on there on a Tuesday and a Thursday and just send the same message to a bunch of people saying, hi, I'd like to buy your couch. And then, ask the same questions. And or pets, smoking, why? From there, you schedule to pick them all up the same day. If you have time, you can go get it. Sometimes it was first to market. So someone would be like, oh, I have someone else interested. And we would have to hop in the car and be like, all right, we'll pick it up right now, just because we knew that we were going to make $400 on it. Return on your time is you really won't find another side hustle. We kind of even evolved it a little bit from there, and we paid his younger sister, who was also in college. We would pay her, I think it's either $10 or $20 for every couch that she found. And then she would find the couch, we'd go pick it up, we'd give her $20. We still made $200. Another thing we would do is when we were at someone's house, we would, talk to them, have a conversation, which was nice, got you out of your comfort zone. You learned a little bit about business and just relationships with people. But we would say, hey, if you know anyone else that's looking to get rid of a couch that can't, has the same problem as you, give them my phone number, and then we'll give you a finder's fee. Some of them didn't care. They were just looking to help out. You don't even have to offer that. We were just, grateful to have the opportunity to get another lead in there. But yeah, it was pretty cool to see. And like I said, very lucrative for us. You can get creative with it. We were even looking into finding ways to get other people to pick up the couches for us. We got too busy before then, so we never really evolved to that. But if you have a significant other or a brother or someone who could get in this with you, you could just do all the logistics behind the scenes. You probably pay a VA. We did try that, actually. It was not very successful due to the fact that they didn't really understand, regions. Like, I know the town over from me, how long it takes to get there, or this place, which might be 40 minutes away, or this is in a different state. They just didn't really understand that, not to any fault of their own. But if you get a team of one, you could do it all yourself. So that was another question people have asked me when I've talked about it. They're like, well, how are you going to move a couch by yourself? Well, if someone's, if you're paying someone to take their couch away from them, you'd be like, hey, would you mind helping me move this into my truck? You can ask that before you get there if you know that's going to be a problem. Most people were more than willing, and then we would always offer for the free delivery. We would say, we could drop this off in your garage or on your front porch, but we're not going to go in the house, just because you don't know what you're walking into. Did it at first, but some people would be like, oh, it doesn't fit. So we'd be in there taking legs off of people's couches, moving other furniture around. You just don't want the liability, say you bump into a wall or whatever. And you could probably also disclose that before you get there. We just didn't want to deal with the headache, because for a few times we'd be bringing drills and tools, and it was just like, okay, this is more than we really thought it was. But that's pretty much, like I said, the gist of it. Like I said, the pricing range that I noticed from different couches is based off of their size, condition. You obviously want to keep everything neutral colors. It just makes it a whole lot easier to sell. It's going to be a lot harder to sell a red or an orange couch than it would be to sell a gray or burgundy, or just commonly used couch color, I guess, for lack of better terms.